Yeah, thank you very much, Jason. I'm looking forward to getting the casting going. We've been on the display, we've had a nice little warm-up coming into this, but it's time to get right into things. And the pistol already, we've got 3 versus 1 on our hands. Immediately, Tiger looking good, and it's over. The pistol picked up already, Blair. Straight into the action, no time wasted. We get into the second round.
I like quick pistol rounds, but that was
very quick.
very quick indeed. But yeah, Tiger with Inferno coming in, Invictus obviously going for the I do believe the was it nuke? I'm even forgetting what I just saw right now. But yeah, I think Inferno is a map which should be favoring Tiger here because Invictus really struggle against them. Oh, there we go, a little bit of a replay, so you can take a look at what the setup was like. They did go for the A play, but the aggression from Tiger towards apartments really catching VG off guard. But yeah, just getting back to what I wanted to talk about when it comes to Inferno, it's a map where Tiger really did. Invictus really struggled against VG. They got dominated by VG on Inferno. But then again, it is VG after all, so you got to take that with that particular caveat. And of course, the second map, the new pick from Tiger, a map that they are very comfortable with. But good start for Tiger, winning the pistol round, keeping at least 3 players alive as well. And here we go. The force buy won't be coming out for Invictus. They got the bomb down, so it's just going to be pistols for the time being. But bear in mind, Dinko, these guys with the Deagles have been quite a problem for a lot of the teams they faced off against in the past.
Ooh, well, Viva walks by Cabal, just playing with the trigger discipline. We'll take one. Viva with the headshot on the Dobo, though. And now it's flying down in towards Boiler. The Deagle in his hands. Like you said, these players incredibly gifted on an individual level. The Deagles can certainly play through for them. And it's kind of strange. We see so many teams around the world immediately just purchase up those AK-47s. You would get that bomb plant, you confirm yourself a decent second round force buy. But Invictus want to save as much money as they can. And it's certainly an approach. It's one that's not used by a lot of teams, but I can definitely see why, you've got so many incredible players on the Deagle. Get the money in as quickly as possible. But this round really not looking like too much of a test for Tiger at the moment. They've got that initial kill. Man advantage in play as well here. 4 versus 3 is the last 3 players group up to the B-bomb site.
Yeah, this should be an easy shutdown. I mean, you have Urkas playing the back of the side. The only problem for him is he just has the one flashbang, but NCL with the FAMAS, no smokes for the CD side. And there we go, NCL making contact, finds 2, and he's going to switch over to USB and Destroyer, not expecting Urkas on the side. So almost a flawless round there from Tiger, just losing Dobu. And I do believe he should maybe be dropped to a rifle here. Might even see an early op coming out, but no, it's going to be Dobu with the FAMAS and Urkas with 6k. For a moment, I thought an AW would be coming out early for Team Tiger, but it's just going to be the rifles and the MP9 still in the hand for NCL and 9. So it's kind of like a bonus round. For Invictus, though, a little bit of discipline in the second round means AK-47s and a lot of utility. Don't be surprised to see Viva going for the AWP buy as soon as he can on the T side. He has been kind of impactful with the op on the T side of Inferno. A map where you don't really expect to see too many, ops being purchased on the T side, but he's one of those players who can make it work.
Yeah, there's a few operas that can definitely make the T side oping work, and again, for the most part, many operas can. But if you're good enough to really dictate the pace and force those fights, and you're quick enough, then you can certainly make it work here. At the moment, Viva just holding down in towards middle. Tiger have gone for a relatively passive setup. They have taken banana control, so they're going to feel comfortable in leaving Urkas there alone. While the rest stack over towards the A-bomb side. 4 players over towards A on the CT side. And just Urkas holding off banana. A couple of players towards the bottom. But again, at the moment, it's just a default coming in from Invictus. But Urkas is going to get aggressive, and that's going to open up the B-bomb site. I'm not a fan of that play.
Very uncharacteristic mistake from Urkas. Of all the players amongst all the teams here, amongst both the teams here, I think Urkas was the one player I would expect not to make mistakes like that. He was already playing all alone. He didn't have any utility, and kind of threw that away, did Mr. Urkas, unfortunately. But bomb yet to be planted, and look at 9 coming in. He's got that kill onto Oi. He's upgraded his weapon as well. Cabal being on 2 HP is going to be a problem though, but bomb yet to be planted, and that could be a problem. Look at 9 just being a thorn on their side. He spots another player flying, keeping him at bay behind the fountains. Flashbang's going to pop on out, but 9 spots out where one player is, and Dobe is going to caught out. That's a round done. Unless 9 pulled off something truly miraculous, this should be a donezo, a 1v4 unlikely.
Yeah, it does a good job sort of to delay and allows teammates to get over to the B-bomb site, but Invictus just had so much control. And that just, again, comes off the back of Urkast's needless peeking towards banana. He had no utility. He was just dry peeking down banana on his own. The issue is, okay, it's still not a good decision to do it, even if you have a player playing towards CT spawn, but they didn't even have a player near the archway. They had 4 players on that A-bomb site, so the rotation was just going to be impossible. And Urkaz needed to stay alive. He needs to get that info and play safe, but instead goes down Banana, loses his life, and immediately concedes control of the B-bomb site. From that point onwards, it's going to be an uphill battle for Tiger, right? So this is a good chance for Invictus to get off to a good start. They've got the AKs, they've got the utility out immediately. And over here on Tiger, it's just pistols.
And one of the weak points for Invictus is a T-sided Inferno. So if you are a Tiger, you want to get as many rounds as humanly possible on this on the CT side. And yeah, this one should be a pretty comfortable round here. There we destroy it. Pretty much single-handedly clearing out apartments all by his lonesome. He knows there's another player towards there, and I like the call from Tiger. You know, keep the players towards apps. You can take advantage of the pistols up close. You know, you can get a couple of cheeky kills, but good discipline, good defaults from Invictus, and Aircast not even expecting Xiao Sage to just walk up, dry, goes to the contact play, and this one's going to be another round for Invictus, and keeping a majority of the players alive. That's a pretty good job, all things considered.
Yeah, Xiao Sage is certainly a mouthful. Certainly a big name to say. Especially if I can just imagine him being like a huge clutch now when things get chaotic. I'm definitely going to stumble over that one. But Destroyer taking Cabal. NCL, the last remaining player now with a CZ back in library. He's just going to be hoping for an Invictus player to get a little overeager, be able to take him down. But Destroyer does a really good job at just clearing those apartments on his own. Like you said, those pistols up in the apartments, they can be a real nuisance against the rifles, right? You lose one gun, that gun gets recovered, there's a chance these pistols start to create chaos alongside the rifle. So Destroyer does a solid job at taking the apartments by himself. He initially wanted to go with flying, but he took a lot of damage early on, so immediately had to fall back. And, well, Destroyer does a brilliant job of getting rid of them. So 2-2. Evened up here, Invictus get the 2 rounds on the T side, but here comes the challenger again. It's going to be Team Tiger back to the buy. It's going to be 9 on the AWP, M4s for the rest. Actually, 1 from Aston play, but you get to see Destroyer taking the apartments yet again.
Yeah, Destroyer doing a pretty good job there. And the one thing I like about Invictus would be, if you look at all the players on this lineup, right? Viva would be the star player, kind of the star player, but he's not that consistent. He's not as consistent as I would like him to be, like a Kaze or like a Jam Young for the side of Vici, right? But the good thing for Invictus, what I really do enjoy, is the fact that they're the rest of the team, like someone like Xiao Sai, who's the in-game leader, is also like is actually a veteran in his scene. He's like 30 years of age, but he steps up. He steps up quite massively, needs be. And the good thing is he's got Destroyer, Oi, and Flying, who they have their maps, they have their moments here. But a nice pick by 9 down mid. It's going to find Flying. It's early damage being inflicted by Tiger. I'm not a big fan of how they're, just relinquishing banana control so very early. But again, you don't have the utility, so I kind of get it at the same time. But let's see how this round pans out.
Yeah, especially in this round, they don't have that utility, but it'll be interesting to see if that continues for the gun rounds, because, like you said, if that's the case, then I'm going to be a bit of a nuisance when I talk about that, because taking that B-bomb side control is going to be so easy when you have Banana all to work with. And it's taking at the moment, Invictus currently losing that initial player. Flying hasn't really got off to a good start. He has been struggling getting in front of these choke points, even against the USPs in the previous round. He didn't have a great time walking into the apartments. They send him top middle to see what he can do in this round. And he hits the deck, a big gap on the long smoke. Cabal, how has he fluffed that? Destroyer takes him down. And now we've got ourselves a 4 versus 4. Recovered now, but Dobu in towards the pit. Molotov's going to go through, so he's off the bicycle position. And now trying to line up the short players. He'll find one that goes down. And now the kills continue to rain on in. The T side have the man advantage. And they've got the site. Oh, shouts out. He's going to... He'll try and find some more, but it's Destroyer who's picked up the AWP. And now it's Urkast, the last remaining player, back inside the middle. He was the banana anchor. Well, the rest of his teammates have just all fallen like flies. And now Urkast left on the exits. This is not a good start from Tiger whatsoever.
I like how Invictus took that, right? They kept it down at 30 seconds. I was getting a little bit worried there, but great utility usage. And like you mentioned, there was a big gap in the smoke and Destroyer. He was very aware of that. And I got to ask, like, maybe it was a T-smoke. Maybe they knew there's going to be a gap there. Maybe they're trying to bait out the player to peek in that angle, right? But yeah, Invictus off to a pretty solid start, considering that they did lose the first couple of rounds, but the gun rounds have definitely gone their way, and pretty convincingly as well. Look at this. They have 3 players staying alive, and look at the money built up. Destroyers on 10k, Oi on 9,000, Shaosag at 8k. Money is looking very solid. And yeah, 100% Destroyer knew that there's going to be probably a player holding on to that. So despite 3 players on the A-bomb side, I love the pincer coming in for Invictus. And again, I feel like Tigers, I know that they like going for the re-aggression in the middle of the round towards maybe brackets or whatnot, but it just feels a little discombobulated. It doesn't feel, united, so to speak. Like, if you lose control of brackets, there's not much time remaining. I would like a little bit of aggression from the Banana guys. They had some extra utility. Figure out something, have some information so that you can potentially cut off the take before it really does happen. But with that, M4 saved, and then Eco for the rest of the Mongolian players.
I do like that small note, just touching back on that smoke. A lot of teams, actually, and newer players don't really know about the aspect of the game, right? There's misleading utility you can throw. And I think a good example of that is on Mirage, right? You can throw a window smoke at a perfect time to force the AWPer to go back to jungle, and you have an AWPer waiting from Palace just scoped in. There's so many things you can do with misleading utility. And while Urcast was boosted up on one of the balconies, he does go down though, unfortunately. It was one of the rifles they wanted to get working, and will Nina go down as well. M4 seems to have a bit of a bad luck tower sprite beside it, but the kills continue to come in from Invictus. It's just NCL over towards the other side of the map. It's just got USP. So Invictus winning the rounds they should be. Again, flying going down, but the rest of the team cleanly picking them up. A couple of players could fall, but unfortunately for Tiger, they couldn't get any more than the 1 kill. Look at that money now, Blood, for the T side. It's really starting to build up.
Yeah, it's starting to kind of spiral out of control, isn't it? And that's what happens, especially at T side. You don't even need that much money. Sometimes you just need the pistols, a little bit of utility, and you can probably bum rush your side and you can walk on out. On the other hand, for the CTs, yeah, it's going to be the buy coming on out here. Voltron lost bonus, but yeah, it's not just about winning the rounds for Urcast and his men right now. It's also about winning them while keeping as many players alive as possible. And did NCL just die to the explosion? Of course he did. What?
I mean, at least he didn't have much.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't have anything.
I like these the little bit of AR
I love
stats
it.
over here.
I actually have a drone that looks exactly like that. Utility file. Now that is a nickname that many people wouldn't come up with.
It's a
I'm liking that we've got something unique at least coming in here, Blur. He's also just killing everyone as well, so he's doing everything.
He is living up to his name. He is wrecking and destroying most of them. But now the buy will be coming in once again. 9 with the AWP. Joey's pretty handy with the AWP as well. Although yeah, 9 is kind of the guy they rely on. Again, utility not so great. Not so great for the CTs. It's deployed a little bit earlier on. That nade from Dobu could do a bit of damage. Or barely scratches flying. But yeah, this lack of utility means I'd like to see Tiger kind of be a little bit more proactive, a little bit more aggressive as Cabal gets legged. Lucky to stay alive there, Viva. With the AWPT side, I've spoken about how impactful it can get. So early tag, a little bit of information gleaned, and Xiao Sage finds Urcast towards B, and that could be the call for the rotation to take place towards B, but no, Invictus still posturing towards his A-bomb site.
A man advantage pays out for Invictus. Still leaning towards A, like you're saying. Well, 3 players here at the moment. NCL, if he goes down here, that could open up the B-bomb site massively for the T side. He gets away, but Destroyer's taking down 9. And well, this is not the performance Tiger would be looking for. The utility coming forward, but they're just getting out-aimed, out-dueled, and every player falling here for Tiger. It's going to be a 5th round collective for Invictus. And this was such an important round for Tiger to pick up. They had everything coming into it. They had the AWP in the hands of 9. They had the utility. There was no more excuses. And they lose the round convincingly. Good stuff from Invictus. Really solid stuff on their T side. And if this is one of their weaknesses, like you say, while moving forward, they are picking up the rounds that matter, right? They've got 5 on the T side already. They can be comfortable with that in most cases going into the second. But it's hard to see a world in which they don't get more than the 5 rounds they've already collected.
The only... well, I wouldn't say weakness per se, but like the one thing I'm not a big fan of when it comes to Invictus's Inferno is a CT side, all right? The B bomb side later on, which we still have a number of rounds remaining before we're going to be heading over to the CT side, but it's going to be Almond and Advent holding on to that side. And I personally feel that that is a very, very massive weak point. The T side, though, it's really dynamic. I like the way they do it. I like the way they take map control. That is unfortunate for Urcast, getting completely deleted. But they're very good at taking these duels, you know, trying to catch players off guard, out of position. And I kind of feel like right now, Tiger kind of gifting them these kills. The first 3 frags, not a single tradable position there for Tiger. Although, albeit, like, Urcast just got deleted through the smoke. There's nothing anyone could have done about that. And with that, Cabal now with the AWP. It's a little bit of an extra investment from Tiger to have some utility, some little bit of Kevlar as well, and pistols. And finally, Urcast pushing on down towards bottom of Banana. However, Invictus, they're not just going to just bomb rush into a side. They're going to go with the usual defaults. And so far, the defaults have looked very, very solid indeed. 5 in a row for the Chinese side. It's
been a really solid default. I've actually been a big fan of it, but this is something different thrown into the mix. Cabal deep into the apartments. No one on the side just yet. They're actually going to approach the bedroom area. And that is going to be the absolute counter here for Cabal. He's really got to rely on his teammates to keep him safe at the moment. 9 up here with a P250, not the weapon of choice, but it might just work. Oh, Flying, he's going to pick up the headshot. Thought for a second he would have gone down there. He hasn't had the greatest of luck in these opening duels. And while, Cabal pulls out the pistol instead. His teammate elsewhere in the form of Urcast finding success with the pistols. And that's Viva, Flying and Oi trying to make it work. The pistols and just the one op have made it happen. And now Dobu in the corner, the lineup on the Deagle. He finds one on the back of Oi. Now the op inside of the site. There's another kill on the Deagle before Dobu goes down. And now it's all on Flying. 7 HP up against Urcast. 1 versus 1. 33 seconds. Urcast should hear these footsteps charging down middle as Flying tries to get around the corner. He will make it. And the smoke will go down as well. Flying making a beeline for that B-bomb side.
Yeah, I think Flying heard him, right? He's tossing the smoke, and Urcast, of course, going to be just walking in through that. He's got an AK-47, no utility. Now for Flying, just about trying to gather the information where he's going to be coming in from. 7 HP versus 15. It's basically one bullet either way. That's going to be the round. But Flying in a pretty good position, and he's holding the angle. Urcast just might come jumping into his crosshair, and that's a free kill. Well played by Flying. Yeah. That got a little too close for Comfort Invictus. But we spoke about how good their money is, so they're not going to be too worried about it. 5 players, all 5 players over $10,000. They're going to be buying up very comfortably. For Team Tiger, though, that was good damage inflicted, and it was just with the pistols and a 1 AWP save, in which I think the op didn't even get a single kill. It was the pistols doing all the work, so another buy is going to be coming in. But 6-2, Denko. This is a very, very, very good start for Invictus.
Yeah, it's one of those rounds where we usually would talk about the damage being impactful in the last round, but unfortunately that's one of those rounds where you kind of just need them to win the round for it to be impactful, and unfortunately they don't get it done. Cabal takes down Viva, they open things up, and this is a good start for Tiger. They've been really struggling in this banana area, and finding that opening kill will certainly allow them to relax a little bit. Now they can sit back, turtle up, hold on to the utility. They don't have a lot of it, so it has to be used sparingly. And they have to try and find this round win. They lose this, well, we're starting to look at a dire situation. The rest of the T is gathering inside of Banana. 4 players over here for Invictus immediately.
Yeah, even though they do lose Viva early on, Destroyer with the AWP picked up. That's the crazy thing about this team. I think there are 3 players in Invictus who are very, very comfortable with the AWP. Destroyer, Viva, and even seen Xiao Sagi wield it at times. A lot of utility being deployed towards his B bomb side. It has drawn the rotation in form of Cabal with the AWP, and I like this from Urcast. It's ballsy, but he peeks or not, and it's going to reposition himself into the side. The smoke still keeping the T's at bay, and they have 45 seconds remaining to work with. Xiao Sagi waiting a little patiently for Cabal to maybe show himself, perhaps. Just no utility remaining on his B bombs at for the CTs, and it's going to be Cabal. Peeks not, he spots a player. Xiao Sagi aware of where he is. Is he going to go for the repeak is the question. This is ballsy from Cabal. And the flashbang is great, but he will stay alive. And now it's going to come down to Mr. Urcast.
Well, Urcast in the corner. First Oranges delivers death on towards Flying. He's going to look for more, but his outside Jet gets rid of him. And now it's going to be a 3 versus 3. 13 seconds left. They have to go for the bomb plant, and might just get it through here. Cabal close to landing that. No, he hits it, but not death. Unfortunately, for Cabal, he's not able to get the kill, but a lot of damage being done. Now 30 seconds left on this. They have to get back into the bomb site. Tigers definitely have a chance here, but positions are so strong from Invictus. So Jake getting a frag, Oi as well, and now it's crumbling. 9 goes down, Destroyer with the kill on the AWP, and that's 7-2. Invictus Gaming dominating on this T side. That was a good start for Team Tiger as well, and this is just looking so rough.
It is, and I'm very, very happy to see Invictus playing this way. Bear in mind, they did not play the previous RMR. They don't have any RMR points. So for them, coming into this, compared to, let's say, a Team Tiger, or for that matter, even if you look at teams like Beyond from Thailand, they have some RMR points to work with, right? So for Invictus, this is the one opportunity to really, start getting the RMR points. And then, of course, they have the fall event to play as well. So they have missed one opportunity, and this is one which they don't want to really let slide by. They're looking good. They're looking really good in the map pick so far. And for Tiger, well, it's not a great start. Bear in mind, the one good event that they had was the RMR event, which they won. Again, in a very close fashion in the Grand Finals against the Tai Lu. Tai Lu, who, bear in mind, that was the first event I do believe they were playing with the new lineup. So they were still looking a little shaky. It still came down to the third map, overtime and all of that. So I still want to see Tiger play a couple more events with more at stake. Like the Weibo Cup, yeah, you had a lot of good teams playing there from Asia, but still, compared to an RMR event or the Pro League qualifiers, it's still not at that level, right? And this is the real test for Tiger. A Tai Lu looking very dangerous, Invictus joining the fray, and of course VG Gaming still looking like a problem for most of the teams in Asia. And this is a real test for me, personally, for this particular Mongolian lineup. Many people have said, they're like, oh, Tiger's the best team right now in the region. I still don't think so. I think it may be the third best team because they've only won that one event. You got to remember that.
Well, NCL goes down. Now it's Dobu and Urcast, and Dobu's going to get aggressive with a kill. He'll look for more. Another kill picked up for him, and he's going to try and continue, but Destroyer's going to get rid of him. Off the top of the balcony he goes, and now Urcast on the way back. Can he do anything with the Deagle? That is the question, as Viva and Destroyer now looking to lock in this bomb plant. Urcast coming back through, has no kit. He has got a smoke and a flashbang available. Smoke goes down in towards long as Urcast really locked out of this round now. It's going to be difficult to see him get back in here. But trying to see what he can do, though. Now he runs on through the Deagle up. The first shot's in. Now a chance on to the second, but is he going to expect Viva's position? Now has the info and an AK, but it's the Tech 9 from Viva that delivers an 8th round for Invictus. This is just going from bad to worse for Team Tiger. Not a round you expect them to do much in, but still, the round's being picked up for Invictus. And Team Tiger coming into this one, they'll finally get another bye, but they haven't been able to win rounds. This is not the showing they would have liked to come in.
Yeah, I mean, there is still the caveat that it is not their map pick, right? But this is, it's weird. The couple of rounds in the past 7, which Team Tiger have come close to winning, were the rounds where they just had the pistols. And of course, the one round where they had the AWP as well, but still. The rifle rounds have looked very rough, but finally, a good start for them. 9 is going to pick off Xiao Sage. But we've seen Invictus bounce back from these scenarios before. They lose a man early, they group up together, they still manage to get all the map control, and they still manage to go for these late round hits. Fortunately for Tiger, they do have a little bit more extra utility to work with this time around. Most of the times the players over at the B bomb side just have maybe a flashbang remaining with like still 45 seconds on the clock. And now, still the 3-man hold towards A. I have NCL and 9 towards the B bomb side, where it looks like they're just going to be holding on there. Flying from Boiler. The rest of his team just waiting towards mid. Urcast feeling a little cheeky. He's going to be pushing up towards the edge of the smoke. Smoke's going to dissipate any moment right now. Just waiting right outside of it. Oi, ready to toss in the smoke. And a perfectly timed Molotov. But Oi has to walk on through. It's going to come running in and almost gets killed into Urcast. Surviving at 2 HP. So very lucky. Tossing in a couple of nades there, but he's done his job. 3v5, two-man advantage for Tiger, and this one is around that should not slip away from their hands.
Oh, if they lose this, well, that's just embarrassing. And luckily, the kills do come in for them. It's just Viva on his own. Now, we discussed his capabilities on the T side with the AWP, but this is definitely beyond that. 23 seconds back in the apartments. I'd actually want to get rid of this AWP. You have so much money left in the bank. You don't want to give this over to Tiger. But they're in a position right now where they're not going to be hunting him. They don't really have the money available to do so. They don't have the cash to allow players to drop. So this is going to be a 9th round picked up for Invictus. Should I say a 3rd round picked up for Team Tiger. Finally getting around on the board. They have been struggling a lot in these gun rounds, but finally putting it together. That's probably the most convincing we've seen them so far here on Inferno. Our drone delivers yet another trigger finger. Now these, we've had the utility file, and now we've got trigger finger.
71% wasted bullets. Urcast. I'll lose so many bullets, bud.
What a
wow,
waste.
just killed the chicken there. Wow.
And he's cutting up chickens. Just overall bad guy.
I like bad guys. I think bad
True.
guys have more character than some of those cookie color, good guys in
I agree.
TV shows. Urcast has been unlucky earlier. Viva scoped in, trying to line up the shot. He doesn't land it, but the nade's doing quite a bit of damage. And Urcast, again, he's holding towards the B-bombs and all alone. They've opted to keep 4 over there towards top of mid. Which means I would really like Urcast to play this one a little bit more safe, Dinko.
Yeah, he is living life on the edge. We've already seen him make some questionable decisions so far on that banana hold. Now just over a minute in play. Oi up towards top middle already, clearing through short. You've got one player down in towards the pit. The Molotov actually shields Dobu's head. I believe he was peeking down short already. And now with 50 seconds left. Good hold so far from Tiger. They're not getting a whole lot of info from it, but they've got a lot of cover. And they've got a good setup in terms of the players that are here. So 40 seconds left. Tiger digging in deep to this A-bomb site. Invictus moving forward with all 5 players now congregating towards the A side of the map. Counter utility at the ready here from Tiger. They'll be looking for a 4th round to come their way as the push now comes through from Invictus. The players charge on up through short. Dobu blinded up on top of the bicycle. It's 1 kill from Southside J. Cabal though. Dobu finding kills, flying able to find 1 more. And we're back into a 2 versus 3. It's all falling apart here for Invictus. Just 1 more player and it's Flying who will find a headshot onto Dobu. 7 seconds though, no time to win the round, and they just hide. They don't want to lose the players, they want to kill them after time, and unfortunately that will not be happening. He will go down nonetheless. It 4 on the board. Tiger starting to win a few rounds now play. They can still recover this half.
They can, and again, I'm going to point out the fact that Invictus' CD side has always been a problem on the B-bomb side. So that is something which I don't know how much time they've had to really work with it. The last time I saw them was on Sunday, like literally 3 days ago, when they got dismantled by VG Gaming. And that is going to be the one worrying factor for me. Strong start for them, don't get me wrong, but they want to capitalize on it. They have all the money in the world. They know the money for Tiger is still looking a little grim at the moment. That's when you take advantage of it. Try and break the cash. Try and maybe get to 10 rounds. Give yourselves a better opportunity. 9 with a nice shot onto Xiao Sage. But Viva, he is so good with the trade. And every time it comes out to these 4v4 situations, it does definitely seem to favor the Chinese side. And with that, it's going to force a rotation out from NCL. Now it's going to be playing towards the B bomb side. Now there's A bomb side. Again, coming down to just Cabal and Dobu. And looking at the utility, they have 1 Incendiary, which has been used up, and just 2 flashes remaining for the 2 CTs over at the A bomb side.
Two players walking up from Banana for Invictus. Bomb that. And NCL just around the corner. Looks like they're going to go for this boost. Up on the wall inside of CT spawn. And now here comes the push from Invictus. They're going to be charging on up. NCL hoping that he can find some success here. His teammate rotating back over towards the coffins area. And usually this setup is good for at least 1 or 2. So should be expecting at least a few kills coming in here from Tiger. And there's the first on the boost. NCL looks to spray onto the second. But Urcast, what is that position? Completely in the open. Trying to play in front of the smoke. And he goes down as well. B-bomb side taken. And the round win, it's looking unlikely here for the CT side. They're going to have to flee the scene. And Invictus are given a 9th round.
That has really got to suck for Tiger, right? They win a couple of rounds together. The money's still looking a little dodgy, and then suddenly they just get completely annihilated. I agree with the Urcast. That was not ideal positioning. I gather what he's trying to do there, where, you know, his teammates boosted up, and NCL was boosted up, and the moment he got the kill, I wanted to peek on out, ensure another trade takes place. But I would rather him stay alive. It just the odds didn't work out in his favor, right? If he dies there without getting the kill, which is exactly what happens, a 3v2 bomb is going to be planted. The retake's going to be very hard as it is. If he stays alive, getting control of construction of the coffins area, at least his teammates can come on in. They can, potentially have a small little sliver of a chance of getting the retake. So a low percentage play, if you ask me, from Urcast, and that's really gonna hurt Tiger. They're gonna go for the buy anyway, but it is again not ideal. FAMAS for Urki. He should be able to buy up some Kevlar and whatnot, and for NCL as well. I guess it's going to be FAMAS with some Kevlar, but we do have attack timeout getting called, and I do believe it is by Team Tiger, and yeah, there we go. It is by Team Tiger, and they need to talk things through, because this is really not panning up. Invictus get 10 or even 11 rounds, which is looking likely in a T side. No matter how good a T side you have for Team Tiger, it's not going to be good enough.
Another trigger finger. This time.
That's a lot of bullets wasted in that round.
Yeah, almost all of them. But he's had 4 headshots, 10 kills, quietly chipping away. Now I get right back into things. This is quite an incredible T site from Invictus, and we take a look at what Tiger have right now, Blair. It's not a whole lot in terms of rounds, utility, or great weapons. And now 2 versus 2 already in terms of the duels in the rounds. It's a 3v3 in total. 2 for 2. Immediately kills all over the board. Look at the positions already gained by Tiger when they get aggressive. They've got that T apartments control. Urcast playing a little bit more safe now over towards B and towards CT spawn. But Invictus look to charge down with 3 players.
He's got the one smoke. Gonna use it a little bit earlier. He still has a flashbang to work with. He's waiting for rotation to arrive. It is arriving. 9 coming in from Speedway. And we, of course, have Dobu with the flank. But that element of surprise they could potentially have had with Dobu being close by has been neutralized. All the 3 players in the bomb site, though. So it's not ideal post plans, if you ask me. And they do have a few flashbangs and a nade in the hands of Xiao Sage. But here it comes, flashbang. Oh, the timing just doesn't work out for Urcast. And Xiao Sage being a little bit more proactive alongside his teammates. Now they've gotten control of coffins. This retake is looking, well, it was looking rough already, but this is looking impossible. 9 gets caught out, not a single frag going his way, and Dope is just going to get the hell out of Dodge. 10 rounds for Invictus on the T side of their map pick, and still 1 round to go. This has been a stellar start from the Chinese side. And yeah, for those of you probably tuning in wondering what's the history between these 2 teams, very simple. Tiger destroyed Invictus 2-0 the last time they played against each other. It was, I do believe, on Nuke and Mirage. And this time around, the Invictus, they've come all guns blazing. And it's a good look for this team.
Yeah, definitely a good look. I think Tiger, a lot of people had question marks about whether or not they'll be able to continue their success in from ESL 1 Road to Rio. A lot of people seeing that as, well, just a bit of an overperformance. I think they're definitely one of the top teams, but it's certainly not looking great for them for the start here in PAL 2020 Summer. Well, now push down in towards middle. It's Dobu. Already down here in this position. Do they expect this, though? He's got a grid angle. The first kill. Oh, he looks away, but he comes back for a second. And now turning his attentions back, he'll come forth with a 3rd kill. Dobu from 1 position delivers 3 kills. Now Southside J, the last remaining player on his own. 1 versus 4.
Yeah, if he manages to pull this off, like, Tiger should just, like, call a full timeout and then just, like, just meditate for a bit and wonder what the hell they're doing. So I don't think he's going to win this round. So at least something for Tiger. 5 rounds, though. I still see a world where they could potentially bring this back. You win the you win the pistol round. You play your anti-egos right. Invictus obviously is going to be going for the force by in the second round if they do lose the pistol round. They can easily make it 10-8, and after that, maybe grind a couple of rounds together, break the economy. There is a world where I see Tiger coming back into this, but for the time being, can't take anything away from Invictus. They look very, very solid, and I'm sure they're looking to prove something. They came 3rd in the Pro League qualifier, which Tyloo won in the end. They had a marathon 4.5-hour series against Beyond, and then they had another 4.5-hour series, I think 4-hour series against Vici, which came down to the final map. But after, I think they played 170 rounds, that's when at the end of in the final map in Inferno, they kind of fell flat. But this is an Invictus who are fresh, they're ready to go, they've had their coffees, they've had energy drinks, and right now they're looking very, very good, Dinko.
Yeah, they are looking really solid, and I think as also you can't really avoid the point that Tiger aren't, and they're looking far weaker than we've seen them recently. So this is kind of scary. We haven't really seen Tiger playing too much recently, so there was a lot of question marks about the performance, what they're still looking like, and well, this is not the warm-up game they were hoping for coming into this tournament. Luckily, there's still plenty of matches to go for, and I still think we're going to be seeing Tiger reach the playoffs, but again, it's not the greatest start. We're still only in the first half, though. Tiger can pull this back. They post 5 rounds coming into the second. They're going to have to do most of the heavy lifting on the T side. I feel like they desperately need this pistol round.
The one good thing going the way of Invictus is how I pointed out how Viva is kind of the star player for this team, but he only has 5 kills. He hasn't really had much to do on the T side, yet his team are 10-5. That's a good sign. When Destroyer shows up, Oi, Flying, and Xiao Sage are, you know, basically firing all cylinders, and Viva doesn't have to do much. It's always going to be a worrying sign if you're their opponents. But here we go. T-pistol round now. We have a couple of smokes, Incendiary, and a couple of flashes in the hands of NCL and Urcas. And aggression now from the CTs. Destroyer pushing down mid. Is aware, waits for the flashbang, but Cabal still going to get the kill. But Dobu and 90 quickly strike in tandem, leaving Oi alone, and he is going to get peeked, runs out of bullets. How is he alive? I don't even know. But in the end, he will fall, leaving it all on Flying in a 1v3. They don't have to face. They can just stick on around. Dobu is going to, in fact, wait and clotheslines him. So there we go. Team Tiger, they needed the pistol, and they get it.
Yeah, that's the first step in the right direction. Dobu has still been impressive to me, even in Tiger's disappointing performance in that first half. He showed up, he had some good proactiveness, we've seen him get multi-kills here and there, and towards the end of the first half really started to step it up, and now it gets a brilliant start into the second half as well. Team Tiger have a lot of work to do, but first steps in the right direction. Invictus, again, just the Deagle's out for them here. It's a force buy, every single player investing what they can. Like you said, these players incredible on the Deagles. We'll see if their skill can deliver a round win, because that would be absolutely heartbreaking for Tiger at the moment. Pressure on towards Oi immediately.
One thing we're very aware of is how good the firepower is for the Mongolian side, but it's more about how they approach these sort of rounds, right? These sort of anti-eco rounds. They have the Mac 10, like you said, Cabal just with the P250. I'm not a big fan of this. I've spoken to like quite a few of our fellow talent about how they're like, oh, it's kind of like a bonus round. Let's take it easy. We have a P250. Well, I mean, now going to be facing up against Deagles, right? Just, it's fine. Yeah. Like, guarantee the second round. Make sure you have it before you have to go with it. And with that, Cabal. P250 versus Deagle, and one by one they fall. I was talking about the Deagles from Invictus.
As you say it, Blood, it starts to happen in front of our eyes. 2-man advantage collective for Invictus. And at least, you know, it is madness, Blur, but at least your insanity, you know what's happening, and you know the reason, you know the causes. Well, we all get to see it laid in front of us. We'll see if Invictus can make it happen here on the Deagles. Now, 2-man advantage, looking to hold on. They've got 3 players stacked over towards B. NCL gets one, but it's Flying who's got another. Well, there's another Deagle kill. And Urcas, the last remaining player, a 1 versus 4 as he goes down. Southside J with 2 on the Deagle as well. Invictus Gaming, they lose 1 player off the back of a Deagle force buy. And you said it, and it comes through.
Yeah, that could have been played so much better by Tiger. You saw how when it was a 3v5, and they were basically just surrounded by CTs. And that's Invictus. I mean, when you have an 11-round to 5 lead, and, you know, you just had the pistols, you know, they're just not going to wait patiently. And if you've watched any of the recent games, I've lost count of the number of rounds Invictus have won against buy rounds just with Deagles. That's something that Tiger should be very wary of. And there you go, how the turntables as Cabal, the hero AK-47, upgraded pistols. And that's about it. And for Invictus, they have the AK, they have the M4, and they even have the 2 Mac 10s they picked up from the T's. So yeah, Tiger, they only have themselves to blame for that. A little too loosey-goosey in their approach. And what is Flying doing? What are you doing there, Flying?
Well, Viva gets the outputting kill. And for Invictus, I wouldn't be surprised, Bluff, if we start to see some plays come through from them that are a little bit questionable. They're going to get called for it. I mean, they have got rounds to play with. They've got reason to be. But at this point, you almost have to be respectful to the Tiger side. You know how much skill this team has. You know, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile. So it's all about closing this as convincingly as possible and getting this map under your belt. Well, Sausager has the good angle. He has the perfect time for them to run on through. The first, the second, and the third on the MAC-10. It's just NCL just behind the smoke. That's so much money picked up as well here for Invictus. And now they charge him down, flying with the MAC-10 as well. Look at the cash. The AK recovered as well here. Oh, 12-6 Invictus. This is looking so solid for them on Inferno. This was not what I was expecting coming into this.
Well, to be honest, I knew the Invictus would be a much better team compared to what we saw of them against Tiger almost a month back, if I'm not mistaken. So that's there, but I like the positioning from Xiao Sage. The way he's waiting behind the smoke. The flashback from the T's did absolutely nothing. That was for the top of banana, the car position. And easy money, like you said. A lot of cash in the bank for Mr. Xiao Sage. $6,600. He even has an AK-47 to work with. Now, the good thing for Tiger is the fact that the money hasn't really become, you know, unstoppable for the CTs. You know, it's apart from Xiao Sage, the rest of them still have some kind of residual cash, not much. But as I say that, if Flying's going to keep mopping up players with that MAC-10, is even looking for the 4th kill for himself, that should be good. These are the rounds that, as a CT, you want to win without losing many players. And right now, it's looking like they're going to win without losing a single player, and that's definitely going to help out Matters for their economy. Destroyer's going to be holding the line, and okay, that is sick from Kapal. Yeah. I ruined it, the burst fire, but it's okay. It's all right. They lose the 1 rifle. Actually, they don't. It will get retrieved. They'll lose a MAC-10, and with that, Invictus 13-6, and 3 rounds away from taking the map pick.
Yeah, this is looking really solid. And Tiger, they have to win this round. Otherwise, probably looking at a win here for Invictus. Realistically, we are looking at one at the moment as well. But any chance of a comeback from Tiger is looking slim. They're going to have the AKs out. The Galil in play for Urcast. Quite a bit of utility. They're going to send 3 players quickly up towards Banana. Viva just diving through his backside. And there's 1 kill coming in. So I probably could have got more from that position. That's just crazy blood. That's crazy stuff. Well, Viva, at least he gets 1 kill. Could have ended horribly for him. And also another scenario we see there, he could have found 2. So definitely one of those strange plays that could have went either way.
It's very Viva though.
Yep.
I've seen him go for these plays so many times where I'm no longer surprised. If I just see him holding an angle, playing a safe, traditional spot, I just feel like it's not Viva. And that's where he kind of shines, where he comes to this unconventional. I'm using unconventional as a very... I don't think it's even unconventional. I think it's just madness from Viva. But you don't want to use that when you're winning 13-6, right? I mean, you have everything going for you. There's no need to go for that play. You get the 1 kill, but a 4v4 on a map like Inferno, it is going to favor the T's.
Oh, certainly. And, well, at least he does get the 1 kill from the play. I think that's a little bit of a slap on the wrist that he only gets 1 kill there. I think he'll realize, okay, probably not the best decision there. 35 seconds, though. Flying. Holding down in towards short. Holding with the AWP. 30 seconds left now for Tiger as they head in towards the A bomb site. They've absolutely no one over towards B, so it's going to be the hit in towards this A site. Dobu drives through the apartments and dives into the pit, and now flying on the site. Oh, how's he missed that? That went through him. NTL with 1 kill. Looking for more here on the site, but it's Oi that goes down quickly, and we've got ourselves a man advantage in play for Tiger as they take the A bomb site. It's Destroyer, Southside J looking for the retake.
Flying's look good so far, but then that was a sitter. That should not have. I'm not even sure how we missed that. It was scoped in on his body.
Through him.
Yeah, it kind of through his belt buckle or something. But considering 13-6, I wouldn't be too surprised for Invictus to go for the retake here. But they don't see anyone, and that's smart from Tiger, not really giving up much. All 3 players looking, the health's looking good as well. And Destroyer, does he have a nade? No, he doesn't. I was probably thinking he's going to go for a cheeky Doshia nade. He's going to be pushing on up, though. Spots a player out. Molotov. Are they going to toss a Molotov? Of course he is. Are they going to burn alive? Oh. They are, but only Urcast will fall, and the AWP will be retrieved. Honestly, Tiger not going to be too worried about that.
I mean, they've been working with money issues this entire game, so they know what it's like. They've acclimatized to the situation. They've been able to adapt and overcome, and now they get themselves the rifles in play. It's going to be a Galil here for Urcast, the rest on utility, and the AKs alongside the AWP for 9. This has to be a round win here from Tiger. I heard a little bit earlier on, Jason was wanting to get a little bit of German going with the player, yeah, but he's got themselves now a chance where he could really work with this 9 player. I'm sure he could work something in there.
Nine, yeah. I can see Jason try to go for. He's pretty much German at this point, right? Like that's what he keeps saying.
I would love to see if he could recognize the German flag. Well, 13-7. And it's 3 rounds away here for Invictus as we slow the play down. Tiger taking quite a bit of damage, and now they look to spring in towards the A-bomb site. Dobu and Cabal finding 2 kills immediately at the start of this round, and now Oi sets back the M4, looking for the spray. The headshot on towards Cabal. And well, there's the kill from Destroyer. Gets rid of Dobu. And now a 3 versus 3 blood. Still 53 seconds in play. Still a chance here, obviously, for Tiger. The setup is now looking good for the CT side. Destroyer finds 1 kill, moves forward, but 9 is there for the reply.
The trading, the openings are really good, but trading really not on point there. 2v2 from what looked like it would be the round for Tiger. And Oi doing such a great job. Has found 2. Repositions himself towards the pit area. Doesn't have to peek at all, but Urkas sneaking up from Graveyard. There should be a free kill from Mr. Urkas from above. He's going to spot out Oi. Executes him. Back of the skull gangland style. And Viva's going to be left alone. 1v2, still doable. He doesn't have a kit, but I'm sure it should be on one of the corpses of his teammates. Bomb's going to be planted with 18 seconds on the clock. And this should be nigh unwinnable for Viva here. Like, they have the crossfire set up. There's no way Viva can walk into the side before with Urkas not spotting him. And 9, yeah, sitting on top of the motor box. This one's done. On this Viva, with that Molotov, he could do a little bit of damage, but it looks like Urkas has spotted him out, because if you look at the positioning from 9, he is aware, and Urkas, before Viva can get anything done, just executes him. Great round from Tiger there. It looked a little scary. 2 opening great kills, and Urkas with the final 2, but in between, that looked a little scary. It's almost like they got the 2 kills, and they didn't know what to do, because the other 2 players, like all the 5 players, are kind of spread kind of thin around the middle area. But in the end, they hold on. And with that, finally, Dinko, they've broken the economy for Invictus.
Yeah, it took a while. It was certainly a mountain they had to keep chipping away at. They get the pickaxes out and they managed to break it down. And well, it won't be small for long though. You're gonna get the money back in for the next round. So this is such an important round for Tiger to pick up. They've got those Mac 10s out as well. But they are Deagles, Blair. And we've already seen in the second half that Deagles can deliver a lot of damage. And while Oi, he will be taking that initial fight, but Cabal luckily winning it. An advantage picked up for Tiger.
That's much better from Tiger. I think they're pretty much aware of that. I think they heard you. They're like, all right, they got Deagle's pistol, boys. Let's play this one safe. And look at how passive 3 of the players are towards mid, which is fine because they still have banana control, right? They have NCL with the MAC-10 alongside him is Urkas, working in pairs. And especially when you have the MAC-10s, you want to send them on a fact-finding mission. You want them to be the tip of the spear when it comes to this aggression. But Shaosag with the Deagle, it's always so scary, so very scary. He's going to wait for the smokes to get deployed. Unfortunately for the CTs, they do have the one flashbang which is going to be used up, but Shaosag gets blinded as well. But Destroyer finds one from the bomb side. It's NCL taken down, but a quick trade coming in the form of 9, finding Shaosage.
34 seconds. CT is over towards the A-bomb site, trying to patch up the hole immediately here as quickly as possible. Viva, he's on the bomb site. He can find a headshot here. There goes 9. Dobu with 2 on the MAC-10. Good stuff, recovers. That could have been a nightmare for them. And now Destroy the last remaining player. 1 versus 3. So much control of this A-bomb site. Good positions picked up as well. This round impossible for Destroyer, but if he can find anything, that is a bonus, but he will go down. Dobu, another round MVP added to his collection. 13-9. Tiger getting rounds on the board. And this, again, is the next challenge for them. If they win this one, if they get over this hurdle, Blair, then we certainly see a chance for Tiger getting right back into this.
Well, Dobu looking good, though. 21 kills for the young lad. Dobu, Urkas, Cabal, NCL. These guys have been around for a while. Urkas obviously more famously known for playing with the Greyhound lineup where he had so much success. And I really do enjoy watching the success with these young Mongolian guys. It kind of takes me back to when the Mongols kind of ran amok and when they 2-0'd Renegades, or rather Vox Seminor as they were known back in Taipei like 5 years ago. I think you were like 3 years old than Dinko, but still, like, it's been a while since I've seen the Mongols ride again, and I want to see them succeed, but right now, I mean, yeah, it's a map for Invictus, but I would really like them to be a little bit more tight in the way they're approaching some of these rounds. But here comes a play towards A, and they're going to be pushing on straight ahead. Dobu again opening it up. Orcast finds Destroyer through the smoke, and, well, Flying tries his best. He finds a couple, but the trade does come in, leaving it down to a 2v2. Bomb will get planted, however.
Bomb planted. Now sitting back. Tiger looking to try and convert the round. 2 players in the pit. 9 down in towards mini pit with the AWP. Cabal further back in the big pit. Viva, Sasaj still trying to make their way through. They've got utility available. Molotov being tossed in now as well. Alongside the smoke grenade used up for the site itself, but good counter utility coming in from the T side. That's going to buy them a little bit of extra time. Tech 9 kill, 9 burns away Sasaj, and it's a 10th round picked up for Tiger. They are not done here on Inferno. They had an uphill battle coming into the second half, and so far they've been able to compete. They should be winning this next round. 13-11, Blair. That's a scoreline we're definitely a lot more comfortable with.
Yeah, and much better performance from Tiger. I still don't know how they're getting these opening kills. It's ludicrous how good Dobu can be, just getting an opening frag. And then everyone, it could be Urkas, it could be NCL or Cabal, just chiming in with another kill through the smoke, right? It's just nuts. And for Invictus, you got to feel a little frustrated. I don't see them making too many mistakes. Maybe their setup's a little bit too passive, perhaps. But apart from that, it's not like they're overextending too much. But Tiger, they're really punishing them for it. And now, once more, it's going to be the Deagles. It's going to be the pistols for Invictus. And we've spoken about how deadly these Deagles can be. But Tiger, they have that MAC-10 in the hands of NCL. That makes me happy. I like whenever, you know, in these sort of question mark rounds where you're not too sure what your opponents are up to, that you have someone with a MAC-10, with an SMG, just looking to, you know, just poke and prod, figure out where a stack might be taking place to it. That is brilliant. I love it. I love it. I love the double nade. It's something which you usually see in the pistol rounds because you don't really have Kevlar, but they know it's light by from the CTs, and Xiaosage is got to be a little tilted with that, slightly.
Xiaosage gone. Double D coming, double nade, getting rid of him. Now 52 seconds in play. And just the pistols here for Invictus, looking to inflict as much damage as possible, but Tiger are going to get a bomb plant on the other end of the map. Sourced it, will be a stack over here. And Cabal will take 1 headshot, Flying able to come back in with the Deagle. But again, just limiting the casualties over here for Tiger. Getting an 11th round on the board. I'm definitely impressed by this comeback from Tiger. Not only managing to pull it off, but also having the mental fortitude just to go into this next round, next half swinging. You know, even after losing to a second round force buy in the form of the Deagles, they've not had it rough, and not had it easy, should I say. And if they come back and win this, well, that's just a true statement. Well, oh, Flying's gonna go for the knife kill. There's a little bit of extra cash and a little bit of BM as well.
Well, hey, I don't even think it's BM. Like, he gets a knife kill. That's money in the bank. Steals the AWP away. And for Tiger, if you look at the money, it's not going to be too much of a problem. 9 with the AWP buy again. And honestly, the AWP hasn't really done much on the T side so far. So I'm a little surprised as to why they keep going for it. But hey, if it's working out, it's working out, right? You have the rounds now, and just 2 rounds separating Invictus and Tiger. And what was it, like 11-4 half? 10-5? It's just gone away. Yeah, somehow Tiger have managed to bounce their way back here.
Yeah, they have, and they've managed to pull all the way back. It's going to be Viva burning away Urcast at the start of the round. Another follow-up kill, this time through the smoke. The AUG picking it up. Again, we don't see too often now. It's certainly viable. Jay's going to show that. Another kill collected through the smoke, this time on the NCL. I don't know, because of obviously we didn't get to see it from that perspective, but I wasn't quite sure if the smoke was fading. It looked like it was. Probably not quite as impressive, but still nonetheless. 2 kills collected for Jay on the AUG. Now it's just Cabal and 9 left to try and win this round for Tiger, and it just doesn't look like it will be happening. We discussed their comeback and how amazing it is coming in from Tiger. The first round they've lost in a little while now, looking likely to come through here.
It's going to require something truly miraculous from both Cabal and 9. 9? 3 CDs around. The flashbang could work out for Cabal. He's going to peek with the flash, and he finds nothing. Flying is going to get the kill, and now they know exactly where 9 is. And with 34 seconds on the clock, he realizes that he's invested a little bit too much with the AWP, and there's no point going for this one. And a good round, solid round from Invictus. They don't lose a single player. That's going to help their money, number one. And number two, that B bomb side hole, I was saying that is a potential chink in the armor for Invictus. I'm sorry, but Viva and Xiao Sage shutting it down, 3 kills for them. And for Tiger, finally a setback. And for Invictus, they win a very belabored round, but they finally do manage to win it, and they get to 14. But still, 11 for Tiger. They're not quite done yet.
Taking a look at what Tiger can get in terms of a buy, it can be a pretty solid one across the board. The only real weakness here is going to be NCL. So he is going to get a Galil instead. I'm a big fan of the Galil at the minute. I think obviously with the price reductions become a lot more viable. We've seen a lot of teams using it. And I think it's a pretty good rifle, to be honest.
Oh yeah, and I think it's one of the few buffs that Valve have done where the gun didn't break, or like it didn't get an overpowered.
Like,
I think it's a
pretty
very
balanced,
good choice.
right?
Yeah, 100%. I wish they did that with the FAMAS. FAMAS burst fire, please, CSGO. But here we go. Fast plays towards mid, and it's got... Oh, nice flick from Dobu. He's trying to bait out a shot from Destroyer, and also biding time for his teammate to come in from the apps, and that should be it. Destroyer alone on the bomb site. It's a 1v3. How does he hit the second one into Cabal? 9 gets a trade, but my word, Destroyer giving his teammate a chance for this retake. That second shot was just pure filth.
Yeah, disgusting from Destroyer. And while they do have a chance to win this, thanks to him alone in the A-bomb site, now 9. And Urkas looking to try and hold on to this A-bomb site. J and Viva in behind the smoke at the moment. Another one's about to come in as well. That's going to spoil their party. As the flashes go through, they'll try and charge on into the bomb site. Viva looking for the kills. He'll find 1 onto 9, but now 1 versus 1. He should be aware, but the smoke is making it difficult to try and find the last remaining player, and it's Urcast. A masterful play, playing with the smokes. A magician as he disappears. It's a 12th round collective for Team Tiger.
Can we just have a replay some of the shots? It's Dobu, that flick shot the player boosted up was absolutely disgusting. And the Destroyer's like, hey, if you can do it, I can do it better. And he gave his team a chance, but in the end, Urcast clutching it out. Money is not still looking good for Tiger. It came down to the final man staying alive, and the AWP will be dropped. This time it's going to be NCL wielding it. We see a couple of Galils as well purchased by the Mongolian side, and I don't blame them. I like the fact that they have opted to invest a little bit of extra utility instead of just going for the AK-47s. Look at the pace being set here, though. 9 with the Galil. Almost gets a kill into Xiao Sage, who is so lucky to stay alive at 10 HP, and he will fall on back. So early initial push towards Banana. A little bit of a skirmish there, going away with the Chinese side. But still, the money is in a very precarious situation here, Tinko. If they lose this, it's going to be 13-14 for Tiger, and it will have to go for an eco. Might even have to go for just USPs, or maybe a couple of P250s. I don't expect even a light buy coming out from Invictus side, and that means Tiger could tie things up at 14 all. A very important round for them to win. They have the man advantage. They need to capitalize on it.
Now under a minute in play. All of the players in Tiger congregating outside of the A-bomb site. Flying down in towards short. Tiger with the players in the apartments. This has to be very slick execute coming in from Tiger. They need these kills quickly. Utility's good. Flash goes up in the air. They dive into the pit, but it's flying, holding on. Obu goes down, and there's no trade potential here just yet. Tiger need to find this kill back. They're currently 2 players down, and with 25 seconds left, they're no closer to taking that bomb site. And while the kills continue to come in, Oil just from on top of the bicycle. Going to take himself NCL and Cabal. And now with 15 seconds left, absolutely no chance to win this round. It's going to be 15-12. Map point here for Invictus on Inferno.
Yeah, map point from Invictus, and that was that just felt very awkward for Tiger, right? Oh no, Urcast doesn't even save the gun. Oh, that's money. The money is looking so messy here. If Tiger had won that round, it was just basically 14-14, pretty much for Team Tiger. But with this, they have to go for the forced buy. But I kind of believe that Invictus have done it. I think they've done it. I think they've been able to close this one out. And also want to just I do apologize real quickly for you guys watching right now, probably wondering why there was no audio earlier on. A little bit of tech issues. Hopefully that should be... Yeah, there we go. It's already been fixed. I'm not even used to the sound here. But Tech 9s, a few pistols coming out from Tiger. They have a bit of utility, though. But this is slim. This is hard. They've struggled even with the buy rounds in the past few, but with Destroyer getting caught out flying, finding tube, that should be a GG right there, if you ask me, Denko.
Well, Viva getting aggressive as well, casts their cast, and like you said, Blood, this one is certainly done. It's Cabal, the last remaining player with a Tech 9. He will try to emerge from the apartments, but he goes down easily. Oi taking him away. And well, that is it for that map. Invictus managed to take it a little bit later than they probably would have liked, but it's time for a short break. We'll be right back with the rest of the action.